Little Ghost would often say, when he chatted with the ghoul, "I'll have the highest GPA when I graduate from school." Mr. Dracula McMacula couldn't stand the sight of blood, and the lazy bat, who was way too fat, refused to be his bud. Mr. Zombie Abercrombie wouldn't pay his monster dues, and Bigfoot's feet were way too big to wear designer shoes. And Mr. Pirate was a riot. He never learned how to swim. And why's he always seasick? What is the matter with him? The monsters from the Black Lagoon, for in all they'd love to croon. They sang in all the big saloons, but had to be paid in gold doubloons. Centaur, dressed in Calvin Klein, loved French food and Chablis wine. He was half man and half equine, and his girlfriend thinks he's really fine. The Sandman wasn't Sandy. He drove a minivan and loved to play the trumpet in the Broken Monster Band. The Siamese twins were very chummy. Lifelong friends joined at the tummy. Full-time students, they were no dummy, and think Brussels sprouts are very yummy. Which was quite the joker, a comedian, I guess you'd say. But she didn't make her broom payment, and they repoed it last May. And then the Blob, who lost his job as bouncer at the door, was always misbehaving and not welcome there no more. Creepy Crawler couldn't crawl, and it was hard for him to walk. He also had a buck-tooth lisp, which made it hard to talk. Werewolf Monster had no hair, and bald-headed monsters cannot scare. He won't work nights, he doesn't dare. It's sad but true, and please don't stare. And the president of the BMC was an old Cyclops who couldn't see. He stood very tall for 4'3", but loved them all unconditionally. Lucky Bucky Buckaroo had big old chompers, but only two. And his closest friend, Bright White Bill, had quite the smile and quite the grill. They had their checkup just today, and their teeth were perfect, so they yelled, "Hooray!" They see their dentist twice a year. It's so much fun, no need to fear. In the waiting room were girls and boys. Some read books, some played with toys. Some were happy and some were sad. Some were good and some were bad. Some brushed and flossed 3 times a day. Some had no time, they had to play. And then there's little Billy Bucky Beeve, who had 2 teeth with quite the cleave. And next to him his best friend Keith had little sweaters on his teeth. Their teeth were yellow, blue, red, and green, and the dentist thought they were obscene. But he loved those kids. He thought them gems, even with their teeth like M&Ms. "Please have a seat in my dentist's chair," the dentist said with quite the glare. "Now listen, kids, to what I say. Ignore your teeth and they'll go away. Please brush and floss 3 times a day. Now get out of here. Go home and play."